As above, so below. This is my day of power, talking about Jupiter energy. To each and every one of you guys, first of all, I want to say salutations to my Madrino, to my Oba, and to all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, and Adjay. To each and every one of you guys that have been following me. If this is your first time in my live, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRS. What's up, my Boaz, my Pisces in the house, Mother Suzanne, Jim and I in the house. I want to say to each and every one of you guys, I came from Miami. I was doing graveyard work. I went and picked up more supplies for Eligba that we're gonna be doing working with that a particular Arisha. What's up, Ryan in the house? I want to say to each and every one of you guys, this is such a great opportunity of growth and expansion on my day of power. I want to say hello to my Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Hello to each and every one of you guys. As you join our live, don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you so much to each and every one of you guys. Let me put this over here. I'm drinking my tea. Getting my sinuses clean. I want to say that Mother Susan has been with me since Sunday. Staying with me and helping me tidy up my house. But I've been doctoring on her. And when I tell you guys the things that I've shared with you guys, Mother Susan is a mother by church, and she's 70 years old. And the healing that has taken place since she's been here at my humble abode, it's been extraordinary. She just got to telling me, and I'm gonna let her speak for herself when I'm do a video for her. She used to have skipping of the heart, and I have a regimen that I gave her the same tea, not the tea that many of you guys drink, but I'm trying another tea, and I've been giving her the tea that I'm drinking. And she said, Apostle, she said, I've always had skipping of the heart. And I can feel it. I would have to sit down and calm myself down. But she said, I don't feel the skipping of my heart like it was. And this is just a few things that have been happening for her. When I say that the herbs are the healing of the nation, I'm talking about the nation of melanated people. Okay? It's a confidence booster. It's a confidence booster for me even the more. Besides of what's happening for me, it's happening also for the mother of the church. What's up, Miranda in the house? Much love to you. I want you all to know I am more passionate about our elevation and our evolution than I ever was. The more I've been going through my own sickness and being healed and still going through recovery, and God is allowing me to bounce back so strong, it has really boosted my my trust in divine herbs. I've always believed in herbs from a magical perspective, and I always use them for a medicinal purpose like Korean ginseng, but it's always been centered around sex. But this is the first time that I had to utilize herbs in the manner of health, and I started on this journey with Minister Mario. I've been further thrusted in this journey because of my own health concerns and health issues, and they're being resolved in lightning speed. So I want to say, first of all, thank you to Egon, thank you to my Rishas, my Loas, and Kisi, and Pungo, and also thank you guys that watch my platform. Thank you for trusting me with your spiritual concerns and your spiritual needs. Also, our evolution of because some of you guys have already purchased the a parasite killer incense, and I've already heard some great testimonies. If I'm not mistaken, Ryan has purchased some. Natasha has. So I'm expecting, when I get that out for them, I'm expecting them to have testimonies. Everybody's testimony is different, but it is definitely the incense. My baby Scorpio has some, and she talking about when she lit it, she was having pain in her stomach. It stopped. She also talked about she bled, and she always had, when she had a menstrual cycle, it was always bad. She said it is nothing like that anymore. So we're seeing so many people respond to that particular incense. I did create another incense I'm utilizing. I'm trying to see the effects of it. What's up, my Natasha, my aphrodisiac, my Aquarius from North Carolina. So I am definitely excited for my melanated people, and y'all know I believe in being first partakers. So I'm not going to post something until I see how it really works for me. And I wouldn't have gave it to Mother Susan if I had not already had results. She is definitely in a good place in her body at 70 years of age. I want to say this to many of you, that we are on the we are already in a revolution. And big shout out to Haiti, how they whipped the ass of ICE. I want to say this, that parasite incense is a must-have try. Thank you, Demetri. It's I put a lot of work in that incense. I put a lot of work in my, but that particular, I had a vengeance. I was gonna fuck up parasites. When I was making that incense, that's all. Like, you tried to take me out of here. You was robbing me of my strength, my energy. You had my niece having to feed me. I'm gonna fuck y'all up. So when I was making that, some people say when I was making that incense or that candle, I was making it with love. I had a vengeance in my heart for them fuckers. So I'm being straight up real. If I ain't trying to paralyze them, I ain't trying to neutralize them. I'm trying to fuck them up and send them to parasite hell. And I don't even believe in hell. With I got anything to do with, they gonna meet their maker in the spirit world. Cause they gonna get fucked up over here. Hallelujah. Gotta keep it churchy. This is my day of power. So I got so many things that, and I want to say to each and every one of y'all, economically it's gonna get better because our egos have to have what they need. And I want to talk about this, and for all of you that are sacrificing, all of you are putting your spirituality first. And I want to say this before I get into this message. United States of America proclaims to be the greatest country on earth, and it also proclaims to be the most fierce military force. But United States has not ever won a war. It has went over in other countries and fucked them countries up, and then ran back to the United States, talking about after they done robbed and pilfered these other countries for their minerals, gold, and whatever they was over there stealing. That's where President George Bush was over there about trying to steal them people oil. That's all United States have been. You understand? I'm just keeping it real. But to see the Haitian people fuck up ICE is a sentiment to melanated people. You doing all that fucking marching? These parasites, these walking two-legged parasites, only thing they understand is violence. Am I advocating violence? Absolutely. The kingdom of God suffered violence, and the violent got to take it by force. You want your sovereignty? You want your peace of mind? You want your prosperity? We got to stop fighting each other in our country and focus on the real predator, the real problem with this goddamn earth. And that we need to be gaining more power with the sun so we can fry their ass. Praise God. Anyway, I told him, your God ain't like my God. So I got Minister Mario a bottle of this wine. I'm gonna take out to his cemetery, his grave. And then this is what my I use this particular wine for my cauldrons. Now, I want to talk about something on my day of power. I really need y'all to give me some ear. I need you to listen. And I want to talk about something that black people don't think affects them. And that had nothing to do with magic. I don't know why we think that, but we do. And the reason why we keep getting undermined is because we don't understand politics. And my subject is politics and magic in the ATRs. By definition, politics is the activities associated with the governance of a country or other areas, especially the debate or the conflict among individuals or parties having or hoping to achieve power. If you get into the ATRs and you don't understand the politics that go hand in hand with Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Kimba, any ATRs that were designed by melanated people, you need to understand the politics, because politics lets you understand why somebody doing what they doing. The whole goal of every culture is to make sure that melanated people don't receive and get back into power. I'm gonna say this again. Cubans don't want melanated people back into power. Latino people don't want black people back in power. White people, Indian people, because all of these other types of people had a hand in suppressing us. Not just one genre of people, a plethora of people. This is why I want you to understand the politics and why we supposed to be strengthening and protecting one another in this thing called Ifa or Voodoo or Santeria or Lakumi. Because right now, the Latino people are the ruling powers in Palo, in Kimbanda, in Ocha, Cubans. Everybody is trying to use like culture vulture. Everybody wants to utilize melanin people, make money off of melanin people, but they're not trying to allow us to regain our power in governance. Okay, let me say this thing. The whole thing about politics is that the achievement is to gain power as individuals, as a party, as a group or people. And they're engrossing themselves together. This is why somebody made a statement, which I agree. You might have to have ancestry to practice Haitian voodoo. I agree with that. But you don't have to have Haitian or Creole bloodline to practice voodoo. Because voodoo is not synonymous to Haiti. Haitian voodoo, how their culture utilizes voodoo. That's a difference. How when you go into an elay, depending on how that culture utilizes the energy, frequency, and vibration. But energy, frequency, and vibration is universal. You still have to have bloodline ties. You have to have a representative of each ATRS to be able to operate in those ATRs. But these people play politics. And I do too. I play politics because it influences the governance of magic. And if I wasn't where I was, I would be going through a lot of things that many of you guys are going through. I don't know why black people don't feel or understand politics. I'm not talking about politics in just the United States. I'm talking about worldwide. Politics govern who have and who don't have. Politics govern who get the Nganga and who don't get the Nganga. See, melanated people got to have all the money. But you allow other people that look like you to go in and get initiated without all those requirements. You want to talk about the tradition and how it needs to be kept and how people need to respect the tradition, but you're constantly sliding your kind in. This is why when I posted the video about the people the white girl breaking down Donald Trump's family and where they come from, how you gonna create policy against immigrants and all you fuckers is immigrants? Your daddy, your mammy, your brother, your sister, ain't none of y'all native to this country. And you out here writing law. I want y'all to understand politics. This is why Hitler, that's why I tell black people, y'all some stupid ass people that believe in what white people. Hitler was able to influence Germany with politics about how superior a blonde, blue-eyed white male was. And he himself was not blonde or blue-eyed. And he was short. And probably had a short dick on him. And he was able to lead people in chemical warfare. I want y'all to understand the psychosis of parasitic people. And when you be in their bullshit, you're going to end up parasites. This man, through politics, this is why somebody can tell you that don't have what they campaigning on. They're telling you about rights they don't even have. Politics is when you understand that there is no other science without ATRs or African science. When they say African Cuban, you make them put respect on that shit. When we talk about the Moors, those are African people. Taught you European people how to wash your nasty, stinking, rusty ass. And now you want to tell us about cleanliness. It's next to godliness. See, I don't let certain people. No. When you understand politics and the politics concerning your well-being, this is why I believe in so strongly in universal laws, because that's politics. See, man can make laws and pass them. In our country, it's through the House of Representatives, and it's through the Senate. You can't do magic if you don't understand the politics. If you don't know how the government works. If you don't understand the smoke screens. See, you can see through the bullshit of any politics. Ifa, voodoo, Santeria, Lacuna. But the problem with melanated people, you're not in power. You can see something going wrong and unfair. When you're not the ruling class, you're not governing Ifa, and you need to go through them to even participate in your science. You don't have time to be fucking around. You need to be climbing as far as you can climb. This is why they mad with my padrino. Because I was already high ranking in my other traditions. But I'm also high ranking as a child of Oya. They know what the fuck that means. When I say I don't need nobody, and especially if Minister Mario was living, we really wouldn't need nobody. But he's still the son of Ochosi. That energy is still a part of apostolic faith of Jesus Christ, because I'm a necromancer. I'm a contra bitch. All that earthen treasure was just released in energetic form. He's still in consciousness the son of Ochosi, and his mother is Oya. Bitch, please, try me. This is why I'm talking about politics. The reason why y'all getting the benefit off of my platform, because of politics. You don't have to go and kiss their ass to get in the door. All you got to do is do right over here. All you got to do is really want this, are willing to pay your tab. No more deception. No more of the bullshit. If you want to tell Christian and you want to learn how to make your prayers hit like a motherfucker, you right here, I'll teach you. If you want to advance in your spiritual gift, what the black people don't understand politics. You're not the governance. You don't have enough members to declare your sovereignty. That's why we need to collect it. That's why I keep talking about those people that resonate with me. You don't have to be on my level, just resonate. Support until we get in position. Why am I here defending Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, and Ajay? Why am I here defending Christianity and Obia? You should be supporting so we can strengthen our politics. And it won't matter the opinions of other people. And they still can be prejudiced. And they still can be racist. Cubans can still think they white. Brazilians can still think they white. It won't matter. Because we will be returning the sons of God. S-U-N. It is important that you understand politics. Every time you undermine me or somebody like me, you're undermining our politics, our influence, our voices to be heard and taken seriously. That's why the Black Panther was formed. And that's why they work extra hard to dismantle black unity. Black men were standing up for their own community. And white police officers were scared to come into their community. And the white government designed to weaken the home through economics. See, you got to understand politics. You got to understand why certain laws are being passed. And why the Supreme Court is doing what they doing. Because they still are the ruling class. They might not be the majority, but they are the ruling class. They're on the decline. but yet still the ruling class. And you don't respect politics, black people, and how it is important that we come into power. And anything that you can do, that's when you find out, like people like Aretha Franklin that was financing Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Because they understood the politics. This is why prominency of black people rose in America through the support of black people. Because we only care about our tears. We only care about our dead bodies. We only care about our stores. Every time we try to play footsie with these motherfuckers, you get fucked in the ass with no kiss and no grease. I'm talking about your granddaddy. So you know what he doing to your mama. This platform is for melanated people. The ones that are for me and the ones that are against me. Because if I'm going to go for black people, I have to go for all black people, whether they agree with me or not. Because we're not in the majority when it comes to spirituality, when it comes down to the ATRS. So now I'm in a position when I tell my Cuban brothers and my Latino brothers and my Brazilian brothers, you got to respect and put some respect on me. You can't tell black people the shit you were telling them before. And see, unlike you, I don't pull a car until I'm whole-footed. I'm in a position of influence. What I say matters. Every voice in these spiritual communities does not make an impact. They watch me on all of my social media fronts, and I'm able to clown them. Because if you were trying to tell them the same information that I was telling them, they're not going to listen to you because they don't respect nothing but power. Latino people, any other Indian people, is all about power. And we are the people that really has the original power. But we don't understand the politics. We don't understand we're so busy trying to make one of us to fall. That's what black people spend their time in. Trying to keep you from reigning supreme for 4 hours. Black people can't, let me tell you something about black people. Black people cannot stand to see other black men and women on top. When I tell you we some self-hating ass people, we some self-sabotaging ass people, when we see other people having influence, it grinds their fucking bones. What's up there, Pisces goddess in the house? I ain't even talking shit to black people. I'm talking shit to my Latino brothers and sisters. And Indian brothers and sisters. Oh, them sand niggas, them Jews over there. They ain't even the original Jews. Them sand niggas, those are our country cousins. I'm talking about second cousin and third cousin. They ain't even first cousin. And they claiming our land. We own all this shit. The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. We are native and natural to this earth. We are the first one and people to migrate this goddamn earth. And we set all this shit up. And everybody glorious after we done set the foundation. We're the goddamn inventors. We're the executors. They wouldn't even know that those pyramids could produce that much power if it wasn't for us. Everything they copy. But they ain't got melanin. And if you don't, sir, if you don't, let me tell you something, you don't know how valuable I am to our community. The stuff that they would try you, the things they have done to you, they know I can stop it and block it. The lies they would tell you, they won't tell you now, because a truth teller is out there speaking things that are relevant to melanated people. I don't care if you don't ever get initiated. You should still support it. Because you might need some help from black conscience, black magic. You should never say that this is not worth you investing in, supporting. Because when you get in trouble, the reason I'm coming for your ass is because you're a black man or a black woman. Not because you got you the valedictorian, you on the bank. I see my image. And I'm gonna say, I don't care if you gay, straight, or bi. If you melanated, not for you to abuse me or my skill or my strength. But when we are on attack, we need people that actually believe in melanated people. These people will use our gods and goddesses. These people will use our egun and work our egun like a dog to strengthen their egun. Eva Sandidiosa. Iandarabosata. They'll tell you about homosexuality in the ATRS while they yet initiating their homosexuals, their bisexuals, their lesbians. They'll tell your fuck ass as a black man or woman you can't get initiated because this and that, but while they're yet initiating and making sure they're getting gangas and all that shit. They're their culture while lying to you about what you don't have access to. It's politics. Who wants to give up their power? I don't care who it is. Only black people don't mind if the white man in power, the Latino man in power, Brazilian, Indian, but they lose their goddamn edges when black men or black woman is in power. And they ain't gonna stop until they get them out of power. Like we are the governors. We're not a governing power yet. We're on our way, but we're not there yet. And we have to get rid of that kind of mentality. Because if you're going to follow me, you're going to learn how to fight for black people and fight against black people. Because there's always going to be a nigger or a niggerette that's going to come for your crown. When they think you got too much, whatever it is, they're coming for you. And you better be ready for it, because that's just politics. Huh? Farrakhan is good at what he do, but he is not no goddamn Malcolm X. You can't replace, a lot of times you trying to get in power and you can't even replace or fill the shoes or the vacuum of the person you want out of power. I'm gonna say it. We'll fuck around and lose a Jesse Jackson. That's the same thing I'm going through in my family. If we lose the men in our family, a lot of them women in our family talking shit, you're gonna feel like you're gonna find out real quick that gonna drop our protection. I'm gonna say it again. Politics ain't just in your family, it's in my family too. And when you so busy trying to demonize your son or your daughter for black magic, and when you can't defend your goddamn self against this government because you ain't strengthened the hand that feeds you, you not hurting me. That's why I get out here. I can afford to tell you about your natural butt naked ass. Because you ain't right. And you're undermining all of us. Not just one of us. You're undermining the whole ATRS. We playing politics. We are not politicking because we're not a governing force. We're not a governing party. We're not a governing, I don't care if we're Republican. I don't care if we're independent. I don't care if you goddamn Democratic. This country is a capitalist society, and it has made majority of its money off the backs of black people. That's all parties involved. The only thing that we have is our check. Even if we go back to Africa, there's already a ruling family. And they don't want to hear about we've been gone 500 years. Them fuckers can still give us our inheritance, and we'll fuck over these people over here in the United States. If you give us our inheritance, Africa, you want to change your name, Abalon, whatever your fucking name, Motherland. How about that? Give us our inheritance and see if we don't show our ass on these white people over here. Give us our rubles. Give us our yen. I want it all. Every form of currency. I'm the child of the Most High. Goddamn it, give me my money. Huh? Give me my whores that I would have had in every country if I was ruling king. Give me my shit back. Give me my harem so I can make me some babies before I leave this goddamn earth. This whole earth owes us. Not just United States. And they ain't trying to, because if we figure out what United States owe us, we're going to figure out what Africa owes us. We're going to figure out what these other countries, what France and Great Britain. Y'all talking about the Queen Mother? If that bitch didn't rob us, if France did not rob Haiti, bitch, pay me what we are walking in the spirit of Rihanna. Pay me what you owe me. Fuck all that dumb shit. I just pay me what you owe me. All the time my artifacts been in your museum, please pay me my royalty. Number one, I didn't give you permission to steal my shit. I'm talking about politics in magic. In the ATRs. This is why when you go to the other African countries, they still fuck you over because they are a part of your slavery. So who wants your ancestor, your Agun, to be strong enough to avenge you of your adversary? You don't understand the politics of it, so therefore you don't understand why the fight is so great. Why the lack of help and support is what it is. Nobody's going to let you come into power. You're going to have to fight your way. And they understand the politics that you don't understand. Therefore, they can always manipulate you. That's why I like what the president of one of the countries of Africa was telling the United States and the European Union. We don't have to have our words filtered through your media anymore. Social media, we in the age of Aquarius. Bitch, facts matter. All we saw when we was children, because I want you to understand politics. All we saw when we looked at Africa was flies, butt-naked people, and ashes, and hunger. If we had known that Africa is what it really is, and how you gonna give and supply the European nation all of these substances and diamonds, and y'all not even lying. But you ain't dropped me no goddamn diamond. Descendants of slaves, so you say. Why didn't you drop a couple bushels of coffee beans for me to sell and trade? While you were breaking them off of the plutonium, the gold that's in the earth. Why didn't you ship me a couple of them blocks? I could have used them. I think other people on my social media platform could use a couple of them diamonds. And we could trade it and get some money for it. But you didn't do that. Because you full of shit too. Because there's politics also in Africa. And they got their own shit that they're trying to keep in power. You understand? That's why Elon Musk can do what he did. That's South Africa. That apartheid. All that is politics. And it's all about energy, frequency, and vibration. And so, if you melanated people don't understand why people talk about gatekeeping, because every time you let one of them people in, they're going to bring other parasites. And they're going to whitewash true African spirituality. Thank God they don't have melanin, because they will have access to the codes. It's in our DNA. It's in our blood. And if you ain't African descent, you don't have the codes. See, what you don't understand in the politics, white people fuck black people to get a baby to put them in ruling class. But even the percentage of that blood was so minute, but it still was royal blood. That's why when you see their ancestry, this is why the black woman is still their mother. See, they're fucking your family to bring their family in. It's all politics. It's to get into power, or hoping to get into power. It's a reason why I reign and I rule like I do. Because I understand the politics. I understand the necessity of me practicing the ATRS in the capacity and as open as I do for melanated people. But it don't mean you gonna come over here and cut corners. It don't mean you ain't gonna pay your way. You just ain't gonna deal with the bullshit. You still got work to do, even over here. I ain't promising no easy journey over here. All I'm promising, I ain't with the bullshit. Understand politics and you will master your energy. Understand the politics of anything and anywhere, and you're going to be able to succeed. You're going to be able to grow. The reason why people are fighting like they're fighting, because it's about survivorship. They already know the facts that they are becoming a minority. They already know they're going into extinction. So they're giving their best fight they can. How you gonna blame another man for fighting for his right of survival? You think these parasites they land over and just let me fuck them up? No, I'm kicking in doors. They hide behind my liver, they hide behind my brain, they all in my ear, they in my ass, they in my penis, they in my foots. And I'm just a exterminator. I'm the executioner. Nobody is gonna let you just come into power, black people. I don't care how much facts you present to them. I don't care how much history you present to them. Until you come into power, cancel all that shit. That's why I don't believe in window shopping. That's why I don't care for certain things, because money talk and bullshit walk. And y'all want to get out here and talk about what ain't right. Might make right. Get you some might in God and your ego, your ancestors, your Orisha, Lord, whatever your particular obia, your tradition is, and then have a conversation and see how better it goes. It's easy for me to have a conversation with people that I have power. You can't ignore me because I take up space. You can't ignore me because I can shake some shit. You can't ignore me because I can destroy some shit. So they have to hear what I'm talking about. See, when you understand politics, you ain't got to like the person, but if they're a threat, you got to be. That's why they always want to know what black people talking about, what is on our agenda. And we are hoping as melanated people that a lot of black people can read between the lines, but they too stupid. They too blind to read between the lines. So some of the I get what y'all saying, that we need to keep some things on the wrap, but some of these people are just too slow. I'm just here to tell you, some of our people are just too slow. They don't understand politics, and neither are they trying to find out. What's up, Raina? My 69. We lick them on both sides. Ain't nothing changed. Politics are the activities associated with governance. How you gonna prosper in an area of life that we're not the ruling class? They found out I had Kobiende and Centella cauldrons. They know what time it is. When they found out I was crowned Mafetipun Oya and Babalu Aye, oh, they know what time it is. When I am a child of Baron Sumzi, they know what time it is. When I'm working with Nana Baruku, my tribe is Diame, the snakes. Oh yeah, they know. And that's why when I talk, they listen. What he doing, what he saying. If you ain't got no power, baby, I'm telling you, none of these people give a fuck by what you say. I don't care. You can wear all the electronics you want to be. You can have all the beads. You can have all the shells all in your hair. Long as you can't operate in power, that's all they care about. And that's all of classes. And when you got somebody in power that is opening the door for melanated people, you need to understand that and why it's so valuable. We need to understand politics. We should understand debate. We should understand conflict. I create conflict. I give a very strong debate of facts. And do they care? No, because they already know where they get that from. And they gonna smile in your face and take your money. And they ain't gonna give you shit. And you as a black man or black woman gonna think you have the power. I don't look from power from people. I look from power from God. That's why I elevate all of my stuff into extraterrestrial energy, frequency and vibration, because they don't have the power I'm looking for. I need them for initiation only. I don't need you for power. I already got that. I already got knowledge, wisdom, understanding. I didn't, Minister Mario, neither did I go to any of these madrinas, these yayas, for a job, for income, for power. We went to them because they were initiated, and in order for us to operate in these traditions, we had to have license. And we had to go through this. And just like I told them, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you about politics. I told a member of my church, and member, why are you going in the reverse? I already have those spirits. Orishas, before I ever got initiated. That's why everybody kept asking me, was I already crowned? Because Oya was already with me. And then when I went through the process, I kept getting the highest form of E-ray from every Orisha. They have never seen anybody get that. That confirms that they were already there. Pablo Aye spoke up. I've been there before you got any of this. The reason why Oya was fighting like she was for my head, because she been there the whole time. I went through the ceremony, only confirmed what I had already been saying. You can't give me no power that I ain't already got. And that my ego, the ruler priest told my Padrino and my Oba, this man is coming here with 3 powerful ancestors. And none of my ancestors are crowned. He was talking about my grandma's spirit. He said this lady was on point. This lady can move stuff. And she's not even crowned. Because in their religion, you know, the crown, being crowned is the all be all. But he had the knowledge, the power in my bloodline. And I'm talking about on both sides of my bloodline. So I ain't never been there to be fucked up with. I understand the politics. And I know what kind of debate to have. I know what kind of conflict to have to move some shit. And the more people that support me, the greater my reach and the greater my influence. That's why this is important. Because you can't rattle their cages like I can. They're not going to give you the ear that they're going to give me. And I'm talking about they don't even like me. And they don't have to. Because what you can't deny is my space that I take up in the spirit world. That you can't touch. You can challenge me. I done been challenged by all these fuckers. But I am who I am. Why you think they shot that I was raised up out of my sickness, out of my situation like I was, and the way I was raised up out of it. So he must be the one. He must really have the 9 realms of the spirit. Nobody could pass those tests unless he had that. All they did was confirm, and verify. That's all they did. If you spend less time trying to use me and manipulate me and actually learn from me and learn the politics behind the ATR, you will understand why I say the things that I'm saying. I can get you a lot further and a lot stronger through these ATR than you can do on your own. If this is what you want. And it still ain't gonna be for free. But like I said, you want to deal with the bullshit. You have to deal with their prejudice. That's why Minister Mario, son of a Chosi, his ceremonies were done correctly. Because I was backing him. and there was gonna be consequences for trying to fuck over us, and they tried, and there still were consequences. I want you to grow. I want you to develop, and stop giving yourself the excuse you ain't like Apostle Ely. You don't have to have 5 talents. You don't have to have 3. You can have just 1. You can still bring a harvest. Support those that are out here on the front line. Show them that you understand the politics behind the ATR, because it may not be you. It may be your granddaughter or your grandson that need that door open. Maybe you will live and die and never get initiated, but don't mean your son won't. Just like I told them at UPS, they didn't appreciate having 2 black shop stewards. Now you don't have them no more. The politics changed. The things that they tried to do, and I was present, or Minister Mario was present, it didn't go down. But now they don't have to worry about that. And that's when I said about black people that work, they the biggest problem. They so busy concerned that you have the authority that they don't understand the politics. And now they ready to throw me a party because they glad to see me go. Them white people. Because we don't have to deal with his politics. Because these other people are more agreeable. They can be conformed. Sam is not going for it. He doesn't care what we do to him. He's not gonna go for it. They always trying to find ways around me. But they ain't got to find that because I don't retire. I can't retire from my spirituality. So I will be here until God called me home. But I will not be here for your bullshit. Just because I want to see melanated people rise to the top, don't mean I'm going to tolerate your bullshit. And if you don't support, I ain't supporting you. And it's really that simple. And I ain't even drinking because this is tea. And this for the spirits. If you want to grow in the ATRs, learn politics. Learn who's the governing class of people when it comes to your particular ATR. And that's going to determine how far you go. Because if one of us ain't at the top of the food chain, and let me explain something, y'all, black Americans. Haitians are black, but they don't align with you. They'll sabotage you just like a white man would. Jamaicans, the same. Until black people understand we all black, Jamaicans think they better than black Americans. And we the reason why all these niggas here. All the protections that they're being afforded is the reason why they're here. And when you gonna make somebody stand on business, they're gonna walk over your business and put your ass out of business. So I don't do a lot of talking. Not that way. I move shit in the spirit world. Because actions speak louder than words. I can sit in the church and not open my mouth, but my presence is hit, and it's hitting hard. My dear knowing on my life, it doesn't go unnoticed. So I encourage you in the right place at the right time, get on board and be consistent and take out time to study the politics. Whatever tradition you want to be involved in, study the politics. Show me the money. And let me say this before I go. Black people, stop getting these ATRs complaining about money. I'm going to say this again. I've said it before. Ocha, Santeria, or Lukumi, Haitian voodoo is the most expensive, time consuming ATRs. Palo is might be less expensive, but it's still expensive. To operate any of these ATRs, you keep listening at these bootleg as Dollar General as flea market as spiritualists. You're not gonna go that far. Just like if you don't invest in your natural education, you're not gonna go far. Spirituality is no different. These things cost. And if you ain't willing to pay the cost to be the boss, shut your fuck ass up. If you can't maintain membership and services that go along with those membership, then you ain't ready for those classifications. You ain't ready for Haitian voodoo, and you ain't ready for Orisha worship, and you ain't ready for Palo Miambi. You ain't ready. If you can't keep up with that, you ain't even initiated. And I keep telling y'all, when you go to the ceremony, when your egun start asking you for shit, you're gonna have to have the money to even build your Ngango. Because every Ngango is individual. And depending on what your egun and spirits want to be in that cauldron, you're gonna have to pay for it. And I'm not talking about what you pay for the ceremony. I'm talking about all the additional stuff that you're gonna have to pay for. And if you don't listen to me, you deserve the day you have. I'm telling you what's gonna happen. It's like going to an open house, and you like the house, and you like the decor in the house. Bitch, let me tell you something. All that decor don't come with the house. All those extras don't come with the house. When you buy that house, you're gonna buy that house plain like a motherfucker. And if you want all these other amenities, you're gonna have to pay for them. If you want your cauldron set up like mine, you're gonna damn sure pay for it. And that don't mean you're gonna master that cauldron. That means you ain't putting in the time. Because if you want to take your magic seriously, you want to be in a place before you get that cauldron. Therefore, you can maintain the cost that is necessary for that cauldron. Y'all be out here bullshit, and you be making these people clown you because you already coming in lowballing. If you can't afford the fucking Mercedes-Benz, get your Chevette and get your ass on down the road. Long as you get there, you can't afford a big body Benz. It's okay. It's still transportation. Get your little damn cauldron and call it a day. Get your candle and call it a day. But if you out here messing with these other ATR, these people are gonna walk the dog with your ass. Because you already coming in not understanding the politics and the finances that come behind these politics. You bring your broke ass over here talking about your reacher. Alright. I love you. Peace.